Outdoors Delmarva covers everything outdoors,
including real hunting and fishing situations involving wildlife.
We do our best each and every week to keep it tasteful, but discretion is advised.
Now, enjoy the show. This week on Outdoors Delmarva.
It's a show dedicated to the fall season in Ocean City, Maryland. We'll be hooking up to the rocks and cruising the bay for some of the best fishing of the year.
Less people, you get a lot more fish.
Then it's proof that even a foggy day can be a great one when you're at the beach. And these magnificent kites will keep things looking up. We'll spend time with these performers in action. Plus, it's the bounty of the sea delivered by local hands. We're there for this celebration of Ocean City's watermen's community.
Right now on Outdoors Delmarva.
Nice fish!
Hi everybody, and thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Mike Parker.
And I'm Captain Willie Dykes. And we're taking the show on the road this week as we shine the spotlight on that seaside playground known as Ocean City, Maryland. What a place.
Yeah, Willie, obviously you grew up here in Worcester County, so
That's right, Mike.
You already know that fall is a special time of year around this town. I mean, look around. The beach crowds are gone. The temperature has cooled down, but those opportunities for getting outdoors are as hot as ever this time of year. And that includes the fishing. Take a look.
Call it a local secret or just call it the truth, but fall fishing around Ocean City, Maryland is special. Just ask a guy who makes his living chartering trips out here, Captain Jason Mumford.
You get a lot more of the migratory fish starting to show up, like your rockfish, your speckled trout, and you get a lot of your fish that have been here all summer. They're all staging here by the inlet to get ready to make their migration down to the south.
On an otherwise quiet Friday afternoon, the crew of anglers aboard the Lucky Break is chomping at the bit as we anchor up near the rocks separating inlet and ocean.
We're using live sand fleas. Just a little, like the kids dig up on the beach. That's what we're using.
Now, the target species right here is tautog, or tog for short, and they're an Ocean City constant, biting nearly year-round in these waters, and always a challenging catch. After adjusting to the current and trying out a few spots up and down the line, we're finally settling in as the youngest angler aboard is also the first to hook up.
Fish on.
Now this first tog of the trip is just under the 14-inch minimum for a keeper.
Little shy, 13 and a half.
But it's a start, and as Captain Mumford proves, it'll be just the first of 5 species we'll eventually catch on this short trip. The second, an eastern shore icon, the rockfish. Not quite a keeper, this rock is getting a return trip home. Call it a lucky break of its own. But our action continues, albeit what fishermen consider a double-edged sword. Sure, these puffers mark our 3rd species so far, but while fun to play with, they're also starting to eat up our bait. Same goes for this lone sea bass of the trip, unimpressive in size, but representing our 4th different species so far.
16 inches. Keeper.
With both rod and camera in hand, it seems my own luck is starting to show, and just in time, when in a span of minutes I deliver 3 tog to the boat, back to back to back, including 2 keepers,
There you go.
both ready for the cooler.
There you go, Mike. You're limited out. Now you're official video man.
As my fellow anglers add another tog, Captain Mumford is now keeping a close eye off in the distance too. For those who know, the swarm of birds gathered in the distance could be a sure sign that a school of feisty bluefish are feeding on bait fish on the surface. And the opportunistic gulls trying to eat up the surfacing leftover scraps. But as we approach, it's evident that there's no big blues in this school, and we decide to move our efforts slightly northwest, back to the inland bay in the shadow of the Route 50 bridge. And it pays off. With about a half hour left till dusk, the guys have located some blues. Not big, but these snappers are arriving in numbers.
What they're eating, that's what we're trying to imitate.
And with some quick casting on our slow drift approach, we're proving these Ocean City waters are plentiful with yet another species. Fun to catch and flapping with energy all the way to the boat.
A little bit bigger. Calm down, buddy.
As we head back to the docks, a bayside sunset will round out an adventure marking a perfect fall evening that makes Ocean City an angler's playground.
Get outdoors, Delmarva.
Mike, it looks like you had a great time out there. But this time of year, you don't even need a boat to have a good time fishing.
Yeah, Willie, fall is prime time for surf fishing right off the beach here in Ocean City. All you need is a valid fishing license, and they ask that you stay, for safety's sake, about 50 feet away or so from anybody else who might be enjoying the beach here at the same time. But again, this time of year shouldn't be a problem. Well, we're joined right now by a special guest this week, Ocean City Mayor Rick Meehan. Rick, how you doing?
Mike, I'm doing great. Good to see you here at the beach.
Oh, hey, absolutely. Thanks for hosting us and thanks for being a part of the program this week. Obviously, we just got done showing a great coastal bay fishing trip here around Ocean City. You know this place better than anybody at all. So tell me, what makes it a great place to visit during the fall season?
Well, fishing's one of the reasons, and it is a great time to fish as the rockfish come in the inlet and everything. Great time to fish in Ocean City, but just being able to be outside and enjoy the boardwalk and enjoy the little things that Ocean City has to offer. You can ride your bike all day long, anytime you want on a boardwalk this time of year. You can bring your dogs up to the beach, let them run on the beach. All those little things that kind of you're not able to do during the summertime, you can do during the fall and winter season in Ocean City.
It's a little crowded with all sorts of tourism, which is very important
It's
here
very
during
important
the
to
summer.
us.
But this is kind of that time to, if you live locally, make the short trip over to the coast and make this town yours for the weekend.
It is, and there's so many opportunities. The restaurants are open.
Yeah.
You know, we have great restaurants. Maybe you didn't get to go to one of your favorite restaurants during the summer, but they're all open now. And you know, some of them are offering some great specials during the fall and winter time period. So it's a great opportunity. Maybe try something you've never done before.
Great incentives and some great ideas here as we get into the later months of the year.
I think
Mayor
so.
Rick Meehan, thanks
One of the
a lot.
best times. Thanks, Mike.
All right, and we'll be right back.
Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva. Even a foggy day can be a good one when you're on the beach. Check out the high-flying tricks with these kite masters. But first, did you know? Thousands of boats depart from the Ocean City Inlet each season, but this now vital ocean access wasn't always here. How was it formed and when? The answer when we come back.
Outdoors Delmarva is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, Shorts Marine, and Shooter's Choice. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back.
Did you know? The Ocean City Inlet was formed naturally by the hurricane of 1933, separating Ocean City from Assateague Island.
Did You Know is sponsored by North Bay Marina.
Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Captain Willie Dykes, back here in Ocean City, Maryland this week as we explore all the fall activities at your fingertips. Now, one thing you never lack around here is a cool ocean breeze, and for some local performers, that's all the fuel they need. The 34th annual Sunfest Kite Festival in Ocean City was in full swing this year during the Sunfest weekend. In attendance were the kites, their flyers, and scores of spectators. In fact, the only thing missing during Sunfest this year was the sun. But that didn't stop folks both young and old from gazing in awe at the colorful wonders that filled a foggy sky in front of the kite loft on 5th Street. Kites of all shapes and sizes filled the airwaves, from the traditional shapes we're used to seeing to this turtle that might be more at home in a Japanese monster movie. And this unusual design caught our eye right away. Of course, some people say that kites are like peanuts. You can't fly just one.
I have 8 in my stack, and I think Steve has another stack with 6 of them. You have a lot of sail area in the sky. And, hold on.
As you can see, these kite flyers are a tight-knit bunch and have their own unique sense of humor. And they've traveled here from far and wide this weekend to demonstrate a variety of disciplines. Kite ballet, for instance, challenges the flyer to make his or her kite dance to synchronized music. And the weekend's foggy conditions lend this already serenely beautiful event a haunting and mysterious air.
Column to split. Don't push the edges.
Team Rev Riders from New England wow the crowd with a demonstration of their famous synchronized quad-line team flying.
To be all on the same page as a unit and doing everything in unison, it's hair-raising. I'm all about what the team's going to do and getting the personalities together. So it's nirvana. It's like having a bird. Listen to your mind through your practiced hands. So when you've got a flock flying in formation, it's just this magic.
The rokoku is a Japanese word. It means six-sided kite.
And rounding out the afternoon is what you might call aerial combat to control the skies over Ocean City. The popular Japanese rokoku kite battle.
And we all attempt to cause the other guy's kite to hit the ground before yours does. We get points for cutting down or tipping another guy's kite, and we also get points for being the last or the second to the last or the third to the last kite in the air.
6 kites then take to the air and only one will prevail. Soon the first kite is down, then Mosman gets wrong. Lisa's out next, and it's down to the final 3. With the mighty yank, Paul dispenses with Mosman, and soon it's just him and Dave battling it out. Dave finally manages to tangle Paul's line, and soon the kites enter the ever-popular death spiral, and it can be anybody's contest to lose. And it's Dave by a nose.
Won it by that much. Not bad for a couple of old guys.
That sure is impressive stuff. But you don't have to be an expert flyer. Just about any old kite will do, and we know just the place to find one. Mike, back to you.
Thanks, Willie. We know golf clubs are just one way to enjoy these fall fairways. You'll want to bring your binoculars, too.
But when we come back, we're celebrating the bounty of the sea. It's a festival in honor of Ocean City's watermen. Plus, you won't want to miss this week's Scorchy's Corner Classic.
Scorchy's Corner Classics are sponsored by Hook 'em and Cook 'em Outfitters.
We were introduced to them recently at Jolly Roger's Dolphin World in Ocean City.
You're watching Outdoors Delmarva with Mike Parker and Captain Willie Dykes, coming to you this week from Ocean City, Maryland.
While this place is known as a summer tourist playground, it's a year-round home for working watermen. And recently, this heritage was celebrated.
It is an expo dedicated to the commercial fishing and sport fishing industries, so it's really neat to show what the commercial fishermen do day in and day out.
In its 4th year, Harbor Day at the Docks has grown to become a family function. Held on the first Saturday of October, it's the perfect kickoff to the fall season. Sponsored by the Ocean City Hotel Motel Restaurant Association, it's an event that transforms the commercial fishing harbor into both playground and classroom.
Female are the big ones, the little ones are the male. Yeah, the male in that species, the male's always small.
It's a painting, a plein air painting done outside of the inlet, and also of the dock here. I have several paintings of the dock. Seabourn, one of the ships here.
For those just taking a stroll, you'll meet everyone from artists inspired by the working watermen who board these boats for days at a time, to seafood peddlers who take the day's fresh catch and act as middleman before it hits the table at your home or at local restaurants.
This is not just a summertime thing going on in Ocean City. They're fishing year-round. As a matter of fact, a lot of the rockfish that's really hitting hard in October, so they're going out all year round to catch what's in our local waters.
While kids work on crafts that will become souvenirs inspired by maritime themes, others are sharing knowledge.
This is a nice little boat. It's a 10-foot. It only weighs about 43 pounds.
teaching curious onlookers about the strange and sometimes fearsome props they've brought along, which to them are just part of their average day out on the water.
And one of the things I thought was important is also to get some signs up that will remind people throughout the year, even when there is not a festival, that there's some really neat culture and tradition that takes place and has taken place since the inlet has opened in 1933.
So the next time you're grabbing a bite to eat in West Ocean City, be sure to do a little reading too. Signs like this tell an important story.
And now it's time to check in with an old friend. Here's this week's Scorchy's Corner Classic.
You have roughly 4 more weeks to see the darlings of Delmarva, Jimbo and Jill. We were introduced to them recently at Jolly Roger's Dolphin World in Ocean City.
Hi, Jill. Jimbo's the big guy. Hi, Jimbo.
And had an opportunity to see them from an angle most people will never have. Jimbo and Jill are veterans of show business. They can be seen 5 times daily responding to every command of trainers Kevin Walsh and Chuck Thomas and enjoying every minute of it. Their intelligence is held in high esteem by Walsh. After our experience with these 2 lovable characters, we think everybody should have a pool and own a couple of dolphins. My advice, never go fishing for dolphin. There's no purpose to it. Scorchy Taws, one in our Delmarvelous land, for WBOC News.
Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, take a swing or just take a look around. We'll explore the natural beauty of Eagles Landing.
Don't go anywhere. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back.
Hi, everybody, and thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Mike Parker, here to tell you about a great local destination this week. You know, we always talk about Ocean City in terms of fishing and heading to the beach, but this week, we're talking about Ocean City as a golf destination. And joining me right now is golf professional Bob Kroll from Eagles Landing Golf Course. How you doing, Bob?
I'm doing great, Mike.
Bob, let's talk about this place in terms of what makes it special.
Oh, what makes this golf course special is not only it's a great golf course for the golfers to enjoy in great condition, it's the natural surroundings. We have beautiful surroundings where you can see the Sinnapuxent Bay, Assateague Island, multiple marshlands, and not to mention just a tremendous amount of wildlife.
So people come to golf courses for a challenge, to see something new, and if you're out here, well, you are going to see some natural beauty and possibly some great wildlife.
Without a doubt. We are an Audubon sanctuary, actually the first one in the state of Maryland. One of the things we always say is the natural beauty of the land and the wildlife tend to let your mind wander from the game.
Joe Perry is the course superintendent here at Eagles Landing. Hey, Joe, how are you?
Hey, Mike. Thanks for coming out.
No problem. I am taking a look around here, and I got to tell you, if this is your office, well, you must have one of the best jobs on the Eastern Shore.
Yeah, I think I do, Mike. I'm real lucky. It's a beautiful golf course, beautiful piece of property, and I think I've seen just about all the golf course has to offer. We've identified over 110 different bird species, plus all the native animals of the Eastern Shore.
Well, the nature and the wildlife is definitely going to be a big draw for someone like me to get out here and check it out. But can Eagles Landing accommodate, let's say, a beginning golfer as well as challenge someone who's been doing it a while?
Oh, absolutely. Mike, we have tees set up at a shorter distance for the golfers who, haven't quite played as much and don't hit the ball quite as long. But we have tees at a place where even the best golfers are going to find this course a tremendous challenge.
All right, Bob Kroll, golf professional here at Eagles Landing. Thank you so much for having us out.
Thank you, Mike.
All right, if you enjoy the game of golf and you appreciate the beauty of nature and wildlife that surrounds you, well, Eagles Landing Golf Course is going to be that perfect fit. Eagles Landing, upholding the tradition of the game. And we'll be right back.
Coming up next on Outdoors Delmarva, we'll look back on some of our Ocean City adventures from the past year. Plus, your viewer pictures.
Outdoors Delmarva viewer pictures are sponsored by Shorts Marine. Don't go anywhere. Outdoors Delmarva will be right back. Outdoors Delmarva is sponsored by Ocean City Tourism, Shorts Marine, and Shooter's Choice.
Thanks for watching Outdoors Delmarva. I'm Captain Willie Dykes.
And I'm Mike Parker. Willie, we're back here in Ocean City this week, kind of highlighting all of the fall activities at your fingertips. But you know, we spend a lot of time in this town all throughout the year. So with your help, I'd kind of like to go back and recount some of the bigger activities that we've enjoyed for the past season.
For a lot of outdoorsmen and women, the biggest event of the summer is the White Marlin Open. The fishing action is unmatched and the stakes are high as hundreds of anglers arrive for 5 days of sport fishing in the White Marlin capital of the world, Ocean City, Maryland.
Well, this spring, a brand new attraction arrived in town when the Jolly Roger Amusement Park introduced its new Extreme Zip Lines course. And I happen to be lucky enough to be one of the first local daredevils to give it a try. And I'll tell you, this high-flying fun is a real adrenaline rush.
And long after the summer crowds head home, Ocean City becomes home to some visitors in the winter months. Soon we'll be seeing more and more seals coming to rest on Assateague and the sandy islands around Ocean City's coastal bays. Sightseeing trips like this have been a real boost to off-season ecotourism.
All good stuff, Willie. And if you don't mind right now, I'd like to share a little bit of my own home video that I took right out here on the beach earlier this week. Yeah, we were spending a beautiful October afternoon relaxing out on the beach. A really nice way to enjoy the beauty of the ocean. Although, as my daughter found out the hard way, don't try to share your snacks with the seagulls.
You gotta put your cracker down, buddy.
And throughout the year, we've received a lot of viewer pictures from around Ocean City, too.
And a lot of those pictures come from the same guy. Alan Sklar from Ocean City is a regular contributor to the show, so we'll show off some of the pictures he sent in over the past year. Everything from the big fish to the anglers themselves to some special Ocean City events like the skate ramp construction at this past year's Dew Tour. Well, we love sharing all of your viewer videos and pictures here on the show, so please keep them coming. Just email me at mparker@wboc.com or make sure to like us on Facebook, and you can post them right to the Outdoors Delmarva Facebook page.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun here in Ocean City, and we hope you'll pay a visit here this fall.
We'd like to say special thanks to the mayor and the residents of Ocean City for hosting us this week for this special edition of our show. We can't wait to come back. Until next time, for Captain Willie Dykes, I'm Mike Parker reminding you to get outdoors, Delmarva.